Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Detroit Lions. Here's Carter now on the return. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On the option to give to Swift here. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8.
From the gun, it's Tua. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Tua sets up to pass it. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Patriots take over. On 1st and 10, Sutton. He'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
To throw on 2nd down. Sutton. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that's caught inside the 35. Bring it! And all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. On play action, here's Tua. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Tua. He finds his man Johnson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And room there to work it inside the 25. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Well, this defense for the Patriots, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Sutton. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He's got 1 touchdown pass already in this quarter. Obviously looking for number 2. And definitely not playing the check down game.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Sutton. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, We see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On first down, Sutton drops this off with Nwangu. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Back to throw again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On the option to give to Swift here. And he gets it down to the 32. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 31, Tua, and that's out to the flat for Swift. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. These two teams all tied after one. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Carson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Two and now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Swift. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. An extra point by Nagar is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Now a play fake here on first down. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Handoff here to Nwangu. They juked him. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Off the play fake. Sutton. And he finds a man with a crossing route. A big play there for New England.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. On the give is Nwangu. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation. He'll try again. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Kene Nwangu. His 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. First play's a run with Nwangu.
Shifts by him. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Sutton. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll run with Nwangu, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
They run out of the gun with Swift. Swift's got the first down and then some.
And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. He's going to take another shot here. Touchdown! That's caught. A great play there. With touchdown number 20 on the lead.
Nagar now for the extra point.
He's got it as they double up the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Throwing on first down. Sutton.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. It's second down.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
They'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. He's got his man on the crossing route. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
They'll get this to Nwangu.
The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
2nd and 8.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Sutton. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Swift's got the first down and then some. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And we're going to get a timeout. With 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Tua, a final shot before half. Going up top. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Now it's Nwangu.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check back 11, check back 11. I got you, punk. Hey, check back 11, check back 11. Come on. Hey, check back 11. Back 60. We got it, smash. Hey, check back 11, check back 11.
Back to throw. Sutton. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there, tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. On the option to give to Swift here. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Noah Igbinoghene that time up to make the play defensively.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 16.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. 72 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbinoghene. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember when we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball, and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out there.
Exactly.
But the 9 picks
9 picks, you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season.
2nd
and
and 7 at the
6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Off play action. Sutton. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7, Tua. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. He's going to go up top again. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Lions add on to their lead. Nagar now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Brings up second and 4.
Looking to throw on second down. Sutton. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Sutton.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for New England. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5 all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
On 2nd and 12.
Tua. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Snags it for the pick. And they've got the football, and they're already knocking on the door inside the 5 at the 4-yard line. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
On the toss, here's Nwangu.
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score.
Kene Nwangu
taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Tua going to throw. Going for the deep ball. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now, it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late.
He's coming. Check him. Ready? Quick edge.
Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Back to throw. Sutton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Sutton. Wide open receiver, complete. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Sutton. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Jackson. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Looking to throw. Sutton. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got Smith here. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 6 from the 10. Here's Nwangu. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Operating from the gun, Sutton. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That one good for 14 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Off the play fake, Sutton under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
On play action, here's Tua. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Carson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Whistles now in a timeout. 51 left. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
On 1st and 10, Sutton. This is Smith with a grab. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Back to throw. Sutton.
And that's dropped underneath to Nwangu.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Back to throw again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Down to an goes Tua, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Detroit,
they get an important win here to move to 11-5 on the year.